Hi VC, this is my introduction video. I've been wanting to post here for quite some time. I've just been really nervous about it, and I thought today was a good day because it's Valentine's Day, and what better time to talk to you guys about what I love, and that's music, and over the past year I've grown to love vinyl. So bear with me while I get through this first video. So I kind of thought it would be appropriate, because it's my first video, to talk about some of the things that I've gotten first in my collection. Way back when I was a kid, before I was obviously collecting, and I ran across this not long ago. It was kind of in storage, and it's in terrible shape. I feel bad. But it's actually a little 45 of Donny Osmond, and I didn't know no and put my name on the label, but anyway, this was one that my sisters and I used to play on. We had a little turntable at my parents' business, and we spent a lot of time there, and that's what things we do is play these little 45s. So I guess maybe that's kind of where it started. It just took a while for me to actually start collecting. My very first record that I bought was a Sam Cooke album, and that's what's playing in the background, and it's live at Harlem Square Club. I love Sam Cooke. It came out in 1963, which is the year I was born, so I thought maybe that was kind of an appropriate record to start with. So I listened to it quite a bit. I really like it. And as far as my musical tastes, they've always been pretty diverse, but over the past year it's really expanded more, because I've never really got jazz, and I never really got into it, but I started kind of listening more with purpose, and a friend suggested that I start with John Coltrane, so I did, and this was actually my first jazz album that I bought, Love Supreme, and I listened to it a few times and fell in love with it, and I actually have probably close to 10 John Coltrane albums now. So I kind of concentrate on him and Ornette Coleman. So I did learn to love jazz. And I also learned to love metal, which I swore I wouldn't. But there's something about when you have a really challenging year that's in some ways really challenging on one side, but then you have some really great things happening to you on the other end. It kind of causes a lot of emotions, and I guess that's one thing that I've learned, that listening to heavy metal kind of satisfies for me, is it's very intense and passionate, and it kind of you kind of relate to that when you've gone through a year like that. So I don't actually have any albums to show yet. I'm still building that part of my collection, but I do listen to a lot on my iPod. My first Goodwill dig was fantastic. I walked in, and there was a huge dumpster full of records. Of course, they'd all been dumped into the dumpster, and I spent probably more than 2 hours there digging through every one. I touched every record and looked at every one, trying to find something. So I was going to show you some of the ones that I found on that very first dig, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is Elton John, and it's Captain Fantastic, the Brown Dirt Cowboy. So the light's not letting me see that very good. I found Police, Synchronicity. Hotel California by the Eagles. And what I was most excited about, I couldn't believe that this was in that bin, but it was Pink Floyd's The Wall. And the cover's not even in bad shape, and the records play great. I was super excited about finding this. I've never been that lucky when I've gone back to that Goodwill. I have found one or two here and there, but I mean, for the small price I paid for these, I thought it was pretty awesome. And also, they have a lot of these kind of radio releases or whatever. So I found this Tina Marie, and I thought this was pretty cool. Talking Heads maxi single. and it's pretty cool. My I do love blues. I've loved blues for a long time, and my oldest sister gave me the complete deck of recordings of Billie Holiday. So I knew I wanted to get her on vinyl, and this was my first. I actually just got this a few weeks ago. My first Billie Holiday on vinyl. I don't have a lot of soundtracks, but the ones I have I really love, and this was my first soundtrack that I bought. I don't think you can go wrong with this one. A lot of good songs on it. I'm not a big fan of picture discs, but I did run across kind of an obscure group called Drain. Um, I don't even remember the name of this. Horror wrestling, but this is the picture disc. This is the first one and the only one that I have. So kind of cool. And I've made one purchase from a VC member, and this was what I bought from them. Adrenalized by Def Leppard. And the first purchase of 2014 was Mona. I heard a song by them on a different album um, last year and really did like them. So I knew when they came out with something new, I wanted to get them on vinyl. And the only other thing I was going to show you is I haven't really gotten a music book collection, but I plan to be working on that too. But I'm a huge Pearl Jam fan, and so I bought this a few months ago, and it's got a lot of good information and pictures, and it's a good start anyway. So this is kind of short, but I think that's how I wanted it. Oh, I did forget one thing. The first album I got that was a modern day band, a contemporary band or whatever. The Avett Brothers. If you like folk, modern folk. So that was the end of my video, and I look forward to making more. Hopefully I won't be so nervous on the next one. So hope you have a good Valentine's Day, and we'll talk later. Bye.